Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Divine Brothers podcast here on this morning where there's no work, there's jasmine tea, and there's total synchronicity between me and my brother here. So everything is good, everything is fine. Yes. Chase, how are you doing, man? How you feeling? How's life?
Pretty good. We did a midweek podcast. Dean wanted to talk about tennis. Your tennis clips did pretty well. I made the mistake of doing a
Told you.
clip. I made the mistake of doing a clip on I didn't like having that black woman as Helen of Troy, and it just
Oh, Chase, I told you. I was trying to tell you why do that, man. Why do that?
I, I didn't expect the vitriol. Immediately I was labeled a racist and that I hate.
I was trying to help you. I really was. I was saying, Chase, there's a lot of really beautiful
But a
black
lot of
women out
people
there.
came that had nothing to do with it.
I
It's
know.
just a lot of people came to my aid though. Like this is such a sensible point to make. Like it's not historically accurate.
You paid attention to the heroes, the ones who came through for Chase.
Man, but you know what it is? It's all I was looking at the profile pictures. It's these beta liberal white men. It's never there was zero black people that
Yeah.
offended. It's all beta white lunatic liberal men. And I'm like, God, that
Yeah.
really is the worst type of person besides the lunatic liberal white woman. It's
Yeah.
just like, man, they're insane. They wanted nothing to hear it. They're like, no, 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 he's hiding it. He's racist. Like I was just like, man, they didn't even listen to the whole clip. I was just like, wow, they just I don't go around existing like, man, I want to label people and just throw them in the dirt. But they
Right.
do. If you disagree with them, they will literally, I guess, why don't we call them conservative? Because to me, they're ultra conservative. If you say the wrong
Well,
thing,
it is an orthodoxy. Yeah, definitely.
absolutely. It's a
It's
dogma,
it's
man.
a dogma. They have their own religion. It's true. I guess that's what we're most comfortable with in the West. We like having a religion, and we want to be fanatical. There's a little bit of the zealot in everybody.
Why do you think the Roman Empire fell to Christianity and not and like Stoicism didn't take over? Like we would be better off if we had that, I think. It's just like because of shit like this, because of the fervor the judgment and burning people at the stake, we get a little fucking fiery and
We've always had the fervor, always. Before Christianity, we had the fervor, but I think that Christianity was so accessible that anyone could participate in it. You know what I mean? And because of that, it allowed the fervor to seep into everyone. You know, Before it was for the high priest, it was for the oracle at Delphi. It was for the festivals and the holidays and stuff like that. But when you let everybody participate in the religious dogma, suddenly, I mean, even the Catholic Church tried to put it off for a while. But then the Puritans came and the Calvinists, and they really got into that
fucking
shit.
lunatics. That's what we got now, except degrees of insanity with liberalism. Hey,
Yeah.
you said something interesting about Oracle. Today I had we call him the guy hears voices, okay? And he's got the typical diagnosis for that, but he was kind of, he's like, no, man, it's God talks to me.
Yeah.
Sometimes God's voice of God and it's prophetic. And I'm like, yeah, all right. And then we were shooting the shit. And I was like, yeah, man, this girl never texts me back. He's like, listen, man. He goes, this is what you got to do. You got to put all your energy into yourself. Focus your entire being on improving your existence, and you will attract her to you.
No.
But the
No.
way he was saying it, I was like, man, this
Is
is
this
better
God
advice.
speaking to me?
This is better
Yeah.
advice than anybody else has given me. It was so crystal clear, and it did feel a touch prophetic, And he's like, and he's all about. He's like, God speaks to me, and I have the Apache blood, man, and I can see things. I'm like, yeah, maybe you can, man. Maybe you can. It was. I called him the Oracle, and I was gonna say, man, think of it. There's no real oracles left in the world, is there? Not a true one.
Well, sometimes do you have anything like any kind of lectures or somebody like listening to that you can go back to again and again and again and they kind of comfort you in a weird way? Not music, like somebody speaking, kind of like Campbell, like every now and then I listen to The Power of Myth. Do you got anything like that in your life?
No.
All of Alan Watts' lectures are free. All of them. He's got
I
hours.
I I like his voice, but I don't like how he went out, you know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I totally get that. But I was listening to him the other week, and he was talking about holy people, and he says, "Look, the thing about holy people is that they're scary. You know, like there's no such thing as a holy person that doesn't freak people out. That's why they're kicked out by society and often killed. You know, and I think that's how you know somebody's a prophet when they've been labeled as dangerous. They've been labeled if they need some kind of psychiatric treatment. You know what I mean? They walk the line between saint and sinner. That's how you know it's legit.
Fair assessment. I
Yeah.
would I would lean more toward like a character in a movie. I definitely felt like there was a aura around
Mm-hmm.
them. I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to think of one. What like that Atticus Finch in To Kill a
Good
Mockingbird? That man, there was
yeah.
an aura to that guy. Remember that movie like the was it The Preacher with or
Preach. I don't know that one.
dude, I forget like Duvall plays him. Robert Duvall plays the guy. Like
Paul's a great actor.
yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah, the apostle. The
I
apostle.
never
That's what
saw
it is.
that. Never
Dude,
saw that.
God
No.
speaks to him, and God tells him when his wife's cheating on him. And he goes, "Oh, thank you, Jesus. I appreciate it." And they're sure enough, the wife's cheating on him. It's like, God damn, man. He starts a church with all black people, and they come like, "Oh,
What?
we thought you were black, or the way you talk on the radio." He goes, "No, no, just how I talk," and it just turns into this huge
Wow.
church. You've never seen
No,
that?
I've never seen that. No, it's
Great
good.
movie. That's good.
Oh, okay.
The Apostle.
Yeah, I respect Duvall. He's always I think he delivers every time. Whatever the movie is, he's always good, you
Any
know.
character that stands out that radiated aura to you, man? Oh,
Movies, or are we talking life? Movies and life. Let's see. Well, you know what? Okay, so this week I had an Ender's Game moment, Chase. I read a book in 2 days.
wow.
It was that good. Yeah, it was real. It was a top tier book, one of the best I've ever read.
Sci-fi?
But I would not recommend it to you. I wouldn't recommend it to mom.
History? What was it?
Uh, it,
What is it?
it was queer literature. I've gone woke, Chase. I'm sorry. Ever since your opinions on black women, I had to like cleanse myself of this shit. No, what happened was I heard somebody talking about this girl's book. Like it's a woman author, which already was a red flag to me. I was like, yeah, I don't usually like the female perspective's often difficult for me.
See, it sucks.
Um, but she they were talking about this one book she wrote that's apparently huge, but she wrote a book before called The Song of Achilles, right? And it basically retells the Greek myth of the Iliad from Patroclus's perspective. You know, Achilles' is lover, the guy Patroclus, you know? And I was like, well, I like Achilles, and yeah, okay, like, it's gay. I'll give it a try. Chase, it was one of the greatest books ever. I could not put it down. It was 400 pages or 300 pages. I read it in 2 days. I
Did he
couldn't
have a
stop.
magical cock as well?
You know what she did? This was when I knew it was good because I was like, okay, this is a woman writing male gay love scenes and stuff. They were classy. She kept it classy.
Oh,
It worked. It worked. It worked. Because with gay
stop.
shit, I'm telling you, with gay shit, it gets nasty quick. It just does. It's just one of those things. I've read gay shit, and it can get just you get bogged down in
Filthy,
the.
absolutely filthy. You need
Oh
to
yeah,
bathe afterwards,
yeah,
man. Yeah.
yes. It's true. It's true. It's just true. But she kept it so classy, and I like at the end of it, I almost thought like, could I recommend this to mom? And I was like, no, no,
No.
I can't.
Uh,
But dude, by the end of the book, I wept like a bitch,
oh my
like
God.
crying.
Can't
It
believe you're
was it
saying
was
this on
epic.
air.
It
Oh
it
my
had an
God.
epic ending. It was exciting and epic and stuff. And like she did the gods so cool. Like the
Achilles is
gods.
gay? Is this true?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He
With
goes both
Patroclus,
ways? He goes both ways, yeah.
he does go both ways, but the
Mm.
one he really loves is the
Come
is
on.
this soft little boy,
Come
man.
on. Stop this shit.
It's so
Stop.
true. It's so true. It's true. Yeah.
Horrible.
It it's that's what causes him to go crazy and kill Hector. When Hector kills Patroclus, he goes crazy. And
Uh,
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
now it
But
makes sense. Oh.
anyways, here's the thing, man. Like the way she does like Achilles has this godlike aura and stuff, but the way she does the gods is so cool. Like they're terrifying. They're almost like aliens. Like they are not human. And when they come, everyone is horrified and they are nothing like us. They are fucking it would be like an alien coming down and making demands of human beings and stuff. it was cool and it was
That's
correct.
pretty accurate presentation of the god,
Yeah.
then. Okay.
I gotta tell you, man, it was top tier book, top tier book. But what I was gonna say is Achilles has this godlike aura. Patroclus though has you just find yourself rooting for him the whole time. Like everybody just kind of starts liking
He's a
Patroclus.
twink. What is he, man? Is he manly? Is he?
Totally a twink.
He's a
He's not
twink.
a
He's a
warrior at
twink.
all.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
fucking
Yeah.
stays behind, works in the surgeon tent, like he helps out with the medicine. He's like, hey, I don't really want to go to war today, Achilles. He's like, you just wait in my bed, baby. You know, like that sort of attitude and stuff. Like he's a fuck boy. That's all he is. He's a fuck
Okay.
boy.
All
That's it.
right. You
You
know,
know,
whatever
but
makes you happy.
he's the
Yeah.
most important fuck boy in Greek history. I'll tell you that.
So I ran into such friction with the with Helena
It's
Troy
still
couldn't be black.
the wound is still
I had
bleeding.
to find just they attacked me so horribly, and I had to find like some kind of camaraderie. So that the Critical Drinker did his review on the movie. And I was like,
I
okay,
saw this. I saw this.
there was a line, and it just made everything okay.
Yeah.
He labeled it as you know, and
Yeah,
he goes, look, we
so
got to talk
smart.
about
I
the
thought he did it smart. I thought he did it smart. He delayed it a long time, and I was like, "Why is he delaying, man? Is he pussing out? Surely not, you know." And he came out. Yeah,
he addressed it quickly with the transgender and the black Helen. And he was like, look, if this, it's a small role, it's real quick.
mhm,
If this
mhm.
does bother you, it's like, look, it's like them saying, hey, we just spit in your food a little bit. What's the big deal? And I was like, yes, that is exactly what I feel like. I feel like it's not historically accurate. You took me out of the movie, you spit in my food just a little bit,
Yeah,
and then you're
yeah.
looking at me like, what's the big deal? It's still good. It's just a little bit of spit. And I'm like, yeah, well,
I'm
that's
still.
summed it up perfectly.
I think I will see the movie when it comes to China, but I will say after his review, it made me not want to see the movie because he reminded me something about Christopher Nolan. I don't know about you, Chase, but I don't really like Christopher Nolan movies. You know, let me give you an example. Did you ever see uh Oppenheimer?
No.
It was boring. It was really well created. It was interesting, but like interesting cuttings, and it was interesting about. But I found it boring. It dragged on too long. I honestly got lost at a few points. Did you ever see Interstellar?
I turned it off. I guess it got too boring. Yeah.
Boring, boring, right? You know, I saw Inception one time in theaters, like way back when it came out. I never saw it again. You know, it was one of those movies where, oh, what do you think was happening? Blah blah blah. I was like, would I ever watch it again? Probably not. I never saw Tenet. I heard it was boring. This is going to surprise people, but honestly, The Dark Knight, not my favorite Batman movie. I liked the first one with Liam Neeson. I thought that was more interesting, you know, like his origins and stuff like that. And I gotta tell you, I went through all of my Christopher Nolan experiences and I realized, yeah, I don't think I like his style that much, you
I can
know?
I can only reference his Batman movies, and I will say that the visuals, the music, and the tone is masterful. Like you will get
Oh,
goosebumps at some point.
sure.
But the dialogue and the storyline to me was always like, what?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
like what? You know, and the ending, I'm like, what? You know, it's just it's never impressed me for the intellectual depth, but the artistry, absolutely. It's pageantry.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, he does some things really well, but the drinker, I've never disagreed with the drinker. Maybe I don't think I've ever disagreed with the drinker. So I just kind of
He's
go on. Hey, me and him are brothers, essentially. So he goes, yeah. I go, yeah. And he nailed my point. He's like, look, if this shit bothers you, and it's understandable if it does, you get rid of it. They spit in your food. You just have to deal with it. I'm like, yeah, that's it.
He was a writer before.
Who?
That's what he used to do. The drinker, he was a
No, I
writer.
just thought he drank. Shit.
Yeah, he used to do like writing and stuff like that. So that's where he got the line. He got the line. Spit in your food a little. Like you pissed off.
You know, and it's funny because I responded to some of their comments and they just doubled down like, fuck you, you racist piece
Why
of
are you
shit.
engaging?
You
Why are
racist
you
piece of shit.
engaging?
You fucking want to kill all black people. I'm like, how do we make these
I'm
jumps?
literally last time I was like, Chase, remember you tell me you had a black girlfriend, Chase. She was beautiful, right, Chase?
We
Tell
don't
him that.
believe
Tell
you.
him
You were doing that because deep down you
that.
hate them even more. That's why you dated them. I'm like, good God,
That's
these
why
people,
you hated him. You hated him even more.
this, you know, but it's not, none of them were black. They're just these kind of feminine looking white men. I was like, oh, okay, all right, that's,
Do you have any? Do you have any counter punches? Anything
I had
like?
a lot of sport. It was
Yeah,
50-50. Yeah.
yeah. You got some troll in you, man. I think you really revel.
I don't know. Very rare will I ever leave a positive. review on any message. I never give a thumbs up. I maybe 20 times in my life I've given a thumbs up for a
Me
video.
and Ian were talking about comments the other day because he rarely gives a comment.
Right.
Like
Rare.
unless he
Super rare.
very rarely, and like I never give comments. I've given like one on a cooking video where I was just like, damn, this is a really delicious, like that.
Right.
But I told him the story of when I wrote when I was a boy, like Facebook was a new thing, and I went on some rant with my school. Like back in the old days when everybody was on Facebook and it was super cool and interesting. And I wrote a post on gay people in the church, and I was like, the Bible says is not talking about gay people. It doesn't say Jesus never said anything about gay people. And all my Christian friends, like 100 of them, they all like commented, were getting involved, and it was a serious discussion. And right in the middle of it, like this serious, earnest Baptist discussing theology, Chase just drops the comment. Listen, everybody, the church has been touching young boys for years.
Centuries.
I was like, William laughed hard when I told him that. But the idea is like that is Chase. Chase is essential. Like I don't know. It's like your nature on the internet. That's what he wants to do. Just wait. It's like that line with Jerry Springer. And he gets up in the morning, looks in the mirror. Right, gonna start some shit today.
Well,
You know,
I am
like,
aware I can hang with intellectuals, but I am not one. If it gets too deep, I will bring it back to the shallow end very
but
quickly.
what an important role.
Too
What an
important.
important role.
I had one this week. Dude, I had another one. It was a great moment, Dean. It was doctors being boring, talking about stupid doctor shit. It was a horrible conversation. We're stuck in the coffee room, and they're just, you're like around people, you're waiting for your coffee, and like, I've been playing the violin and blah blah blah. It's like, oh, I play the bass guitar, and well, I think it's good to play an instrument. Like, Chase, do you play an instrument? I was like, yeah, man, I've been playing for like
Skin
10,
flu.
15 years, It's tambourine. I said the tambourine, and I got some good laughs. What do you play? It's tambourine. It's like, let's break this tension. Shut the fuck up about you playing your goddamn instrument. We don't want to hear about
But
this
you know what?
shit.
I bet they liked you a lot more because of that. You
You
know,
know what happened? Nobody was talking about instruments anymore. We got our coffee and we talked about other shit. Yeah.
you know.
Redirection.
So, yeah, man. Hey, I give you credit for that. Somebody's got to do it, and let's be honest. Basically, nobody's willing to volunteer for that job. So,
So you were talking about comments earlier. Another thing I ran into is the abuse of compliments. People have
uh,
problems throwing these around too casually.
what do you
Thank you.
mean?
I appreciate that. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, that looks great. And I'm just like, I don't believe anything that you're saying.
Yeah,
It's totally just a pleasantry. It's totally just a script that you throw out there way too often.
yeah.
I'm shocked at how often people do this. I'm like,
It's the same
nothing.
with cursing. Like, you should save your curses for when they have impact.
Absolutely, man.
You know?
Absolutely. I love cursing, but you should not overdo it. 100%.
Yeah,
It's a great point.
yeah, yeah. I think that it's just people want to be liked. Like, please like me. Anytime I see somebody who's overly complimenting, I think you're really begging for people to like you.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
there's
thinking.
fucking something inherently off about you,
Was
man.
somebody were the comments also not genuine?
It was like a professional meeting, and this person was they were touring, and it was just,
Wow, this is so great.
oh my
This is
God,
fantastic.
really? How long have you worked with that? That's fat. Tell me, oh my gosh, that is amazing that you have that. I'm like,
Ugh.
oh my
Ugh.
God.
That sounds like somebody who read that book, How to Win Friends and Influence People,
It's a
and they applied
woman,
the
yeah, a
formula.
woman that got into the psychology type field, but really is just awful at it. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Well, this is what you do, Chase. If I have a question, so like let's say the boss came up to you like, Chase, we need you. Sorry, but we need you to make a presentation to the staff, like a little 5-minute speech, and it's just about like your general assessment of the psychological health of the hospital, and we want your diagnosis for what we need as a community to get better. What would you say? What
I
would
don't
be
know, but I'd be down for it. 5 minutes, I could do
No,
it.
you
I could
would
do
be. I know you would be, and you'd probably get
it. I
some
would
gold,
I would
man. Yeah.
spend some time contemplating that one for sure. The other thing that we have a technical boss, and you know what I call her? I call her
You talking?
boss. She likes
Yeah,
it.
boss. Yeah,
Hey,
boss.
not
She
doctor. I'm
think
like, hey,
boss.
boss, what's up? She's like,
I
oh.
think, yeah, especially a woman. Well,
She
yeah,
little chick. She likes it. She's like, oh yeah, well, I need that.
boss.
Well, get it to
Hey,
me when you
boss.
can. I'm like, yeah, okay,
Boss.
boss. Sure
That's
thing.
the, you know what that's good about that? That has that like slave master quality. Yes, boss. What do you need, boss? I'll
If
do
you
you.
call somebody boss, you will hear no complaints
In
whatsoever.
China, that
Doctor,
is
boss, it's totally fine. Yeah.
in China. They use boss all the time
Really?
in China.
Really?
Laban,
Talbot.
yeah,
Oh.
that is super deep. Like at a restaurant, you call the owner boss. You know what I mean? Like, Laban, hey, can we need this, that, or that? Like the boss is big, big word
And
in
the
China.
other boss at the hospital, he's from Puerto Rico. You know what I call him?
Oh, Don.
Jefe.
Jefe. Oh, that's a great word.
Yeah.
Jefe is a great Jefe.
Jefe.
You know, like it's like somebody who's. I always imagine like a big fat guy, but he deserves to be fat. You know,
Yeah, it does give
earn
it.
the fat.
Heifer, Jefe. Yeah. It's a great title.
Jefe.
You're not going to get upset if someone calls you Jefe. You calm down immediately.
Yeah, maybe I'll start calling Big Jefe.
If someone
Let's
really is mad at you, just call him Jefe. Like, "Ooh, wow, what was that? Anyway,
Jefe.
talk to
Yeah,
you later.
Chase, I gotta tell you something, man, and I'm embarrassed about. I got to. I've done something that I'm a little ashamed of because I've ranted against this.
Besides queer literature, what is it?
I'm not ashamed of that. That was a correct thing to do. It was a good book. And guess what? I recommended it to two gay friends. Yeah.
Gay, the key word. Yeah.
Yeah. They're not going to read it. But one of them I texted, I was like, man, do you read books? He's like, you mean like paper? I was just, he was,
He didn't understand that
yeah.
word. Yeah. It's like, remember that movie Three South where they started attacking that book with sticks and stuff?
Kill it.
What is it? What is that thing? Fucking hit it.
Kill it. Maybe I need to watch Three South again. It's been a while. Um, No. So the other day, like I was just talking to Wu Yin and it's like, huh, I just saw the weight loss drug on Taobao.
Yeah,
Jason, I've ordered it.
I know
I
you
ordered
did.
it.
I know you'd give in. You don't
You
have
know
the
what got me?
discipline in your vein.
You know what got me? You know what got me, man? It was the price. I got a four
Oh,
month supply. Guess how much it was?
100 bucks.
4 months of the needles, into you and stuff like that.
100 bucks.
Exactly, $100.
Really? That's
100 bucks.
unbelievably reasonable.
$100, like
Wow.
straight from the factory in China. You know what I mean? And so, anyways, it literally just before I got on, the guy came knocking on the door and he's like, "Put it in your freezer."
Oh, and it's all coming together now, man.
I guess so. I don't know. I didn't want to do it. I really didn't. But then I saw the price and I was like, well, I mean, I might as well try.
Are you going to give yourself the shot? Are you capable of that?
Dude, you do it in your belly.
I know.
Like I'm a little scared about that, and so they act like it's no big deal and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm gonna do it today. See how it
I
goes.
I
You
get
know.
I can't even watch when people give me shots. Like I don't want to watch. If it's your blood, I don't care. But mine, that's mine. I don't want.
I think maybe Wu Yin will do it. Wu Yin he likes that. She likes seeing me in pain. You know what I mean? I mean,
That's yeah, that's
it's one of
love.
those things. Yeah. I was about to share a detail, and now I've decided not to share that detail. But yes,
That's
he
good.
enjoys
That's
being
what I
in
should have done last
pain.
episode.
I tried to save you, Chase. You
It's
couldn't
okay.
help
The
it.
drinker saved me. Thank God. Hey, so I've been coming across some clips lately of remember that movie Wayne's World?
Yeah, man. That's
Such
like
a,
that's probably your first true movie experience.
for
Yeah.
some reason I was stuck going with mom to work. I was a kid. It was 1992. I guess there was no babysitter. There was this horrible office, and there was this rundown movie theater next door. And she was like, "Oh, go watch a movie." I'm a little
Still
kid. There's
remember.
no
And I
no
remember
kid
that place.
movies. And there was
Yeah.
an arcade there. So she gave me like $4 or $5 to play at the arcade, but I didn't know what to watch. So I just picked Wayne's World. I saw it 8 times in that theater. Like over the
Unbelievable.
way. It was the greatest movie I'd ever seen. I was like me and like 10 people every time in that theater, and I'd play video. It was awesome. It brought back
Yeah.
such good memories. Such a great movie. And the thing
What
that it
is?
reminded me of was there was that hot Asian girlfriend. Remember her? She was
Yeah.
smoking hot.
Oh, yeah.
She actually has some good songs.
Sandra.
Yeah, man. I was like, oh, that made the smoking hot Asian girlfriend the thing to have,
The
man.
rocker.
She was
Rocker's kind of
beautiful.
cool.
She was
Yeah.
beautiful. Stunning
Yeah.
woman. Yeah. Great movie.
Maybe that is where that you had a little tingle in your tiny little member, back then, like as a little boy, like that was the first tingle you felt like. Ooh. There's a great scene in there too. Like I speaking of like the pool of a woman, there's that scene where she's rocking out, but when Mike Myers looks at her, like Dream
Weaver,
Weaver, I
I
believe.
believe you can get me
And you're like,
through the
oh,
night.
that's the feeling. That's how this
Remember the
feels.
X
Yeah.
comes and he's like, "Ree, ree, ree, ree." He's gotta get
and
past her.
he gives her that look like, ugh. Dude, I still think maybe one of the most formative scenes of my life because Vic loved this scene and I loved this scene was Garth doing the Foxy Lady.
Oh yeah.
Uh, that blew my mind as a kid. And like I always wanted to be that guy. I always thought that's the goal. That's the goal. You want to have that dance with those people and
Jimi
that woman.
Hendrix. Yeah.
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix doing Foxy, especially when he starts doing the hump, Yeah, I wanna take you home. And like everybody in the restaurant's just grooving out. It was perfect. I dream of that scene happening in real life. It is so perfect. And he just calls her Dream Woman. Yeah, Dream Woman. Hey, Dream Woman,
Yes,
say that
every
stuff.
mouse, here I come. Coming to get
Come on.
you.
Oh, it's so perfect. It's so perfect, man.
So,
All the people casting that. The bad guy, that guy's famous. Rob something, like he
yeah.
he was a great little greasy,
It's slime ball, man.
bad
Yeah, he tried to
guy.
move in on Wayne's girl. It was horrible.
But he was
Yeah.
handsome. He's
He
handsome.
was
Like,
handsome, man. Yeah,
like
he's
he
got
had all his shit together. He
he
could
had the
speak
books. Remember
Chinese.
all those books in his apartment? How to pick up chicks,
He
how
had
to
the
be
book.
smooth. He'd read them all, man. I was like, oh man, this is a threat.
How to be smooth and stuff like
That guy was
that.
prepared.
Have you ever read one of those books? Like, remember there was that one called The Game? I knew a lot of guys who read that game book, and they swore by it. They're like, my numbers have gone through the roof with this shit. You ever read any of those just about the art of picking up women or anything?
Bruce gave me one back in the 20s. I read maybe
Oh,
half of it. There's some good little one-liners in there, but some of it's so much posturing that it was just it's too much masking for me. You could totally get results from that, but it does you become okay with action. Action is good. It's not
yeah.
quality.
You remember my friend Luke, the one who caught on the Irish guy came on the podcast? Yeah.
Yeah.
He he read one of those books and he swore by it.
Hmm.
And he was going to Shanghai. He's a tall Irish guy, relatively handsome and all that stuff. But I remember he was going to Shanghai every week, and every single time he was getting pussy. Every single time he was also like getting into events and stuff. He was going to the Shanghai Open, like the tennis tournament and stuff, and just banging chicks there and going to parties and stuff. And he was like, "I'm telling you, man, this fucking book, like my numbers have gone up across the board."
I
You
believe
know,
it. Believe it.
so it's not your style, though, I guess, huh?
If you have the intangibles, and what I mean is like
You
if
open
you're
up with the line, "What do you think of Helen of Troy?" That's
bar
that's where you start.
bars as a shorter guy are not your friend. You know, if
That's such bullshit. Really,
it
really,
clubs, it's a problem. Yes.
fuck that. That's that.
Our best attribute is when we can dialogue. That's it. You got to be able to do it for us, man. 100%.
It's just not fair. It's not fair. Like that. That's such height is okay. Okay. I just think like it's not the same in the gay community. People don't really care.
No, no,
You know what I mean?
no.
Like it's just so this feeling of not being fair is not being fair for Chase and straight people across the world. It's just not fucking fair. So
I've ran an experiment. So even here, maybe 3 or 4 months ago, there's very little results online dating. And I got me listed at about 5'9", about an inch taller than I am. But I put in 6 foot. Like I wonder if it makes a difference, Dean. It was so depressing.
oh
I
no.
mean, just bing, 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 bing,
They have the
bing,
minimum. They have the minimum
bing.
of like
Yes.
must be at least 6 feet.
Yes. You put in 6 feet. Dude, I had all these matches. I was like, I got to get off. Like it was that depressing.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
All right. That is awful. I wonder why. Like, is it just one of those things where like I want my kids to be tall?
Yes, simple as that.
It's as simple as that.
I mean, there is no more. Not all women are like this, but the women that are banging are. They're banging. Yeah.
They can afford to choose, you know. That's how it works, you know. I want
Is
6 foot doctor, 7 figures, like all that sort of stuff. Although I saw a great documentary on YouTube the other day about dating in San Francisco as straight people,
Really?
right? And they were talking about like San
That's a
Francisco,
rarity. It's like 10% of the population there. Yeah.
it's super, these are rich tech people,
Oh
like
yeah.
all of them millionaires, you know what I mean? And they said that San Francisco is one of the worst cities in America to date in, right? And they talked about this thing called NGMI, not going to make it. So what that means is like there's this attitude of if you date somebody, if you get in a relationship, you're not going to make it. You know what I mean? Like you're not committed to your work. You're not like
Oh.
committed to like
Oh.
to that Elon Musk grind. You know what I mean? And they say that it's just one of those things that it kill. Like the competition is so high. Like if you're not the top of the top of the top, then you're not going to get anybody. So they got these, millionaires, but you're not a billionaire. And you got these smoking hot chicks, but those just like, well, I don't know if I'm going to make it to the CEO position or the CFO position and stuff like that. Do I really need this distraction? It's interesting.
What do you think of people with the empire mentality?
I get the it's hubris, right? Like it's definite. It's like Achilles, yes. And what happens is you get obsessed with you, and you forget that there's a whole nother dimension through somebody else. You know, like I just believe that.
I would not built that way. I am not. Again, if I made 5 million, I'm done. Like I'm out. I would be out on a beach
No, but you
chilling.
don't know how you would react to power. You know, like
No, no,
imagine
no.
you
True, true, true.
imagine you had imagine you were the critical drinker, right? And you could say something online, suddenly millions of views. And every time you've got your cult who are going to say, yes, correct, correct. There'll be the dissenters, but 85%. Yes.
Feels good. Feels good to be
That,
king. Feels good.
did you really just walk off into the sunset? You
No,
know?
no,
Yeah.
that's what. But if you had 5 million cash and nobody knew it, could you?
I want to say yes.
I
I
think I
don't know.
could. I
But
bet you I
there was
could.
this YouTuber called Rice Gum. He was an Asian guy. He was huge gamer, huge, like just a standard stupid kid. You know what I mean? And he like his videos would get like 50 million views, like crazy, And he turned 2021, and he walked away. He walked away
Brilliant.
with millions and millions and millions, and
Brilliant.
nobody could fucking believe it. He was at the top of his game, all that sort of stuff. And people asked him, like, later on, he would like sometimes appear like on a friend's show or something like that years later and something like, why didn't you say, please, like people begging him, come back, come back. He's just like, never, never. It's like, I'm good. I got nothing to worry about. I'm never coming back. I was like, I looked at you like you were nothing. I looked at you like you were just like a just a bullshit sort of guy, and I left thinking I got total respect for you, man.
Have you ever had that moment where you see someone living that life? Like, remember in Kauai, we're written
I
that
am
beautiful fucking house where you're laying in the
tight
grass.
borders. I still remember.
One, just one. And he was an old man. Well, he wasn't even that. He had white hair and
Yeah.
he was fit, and that was his beach. It was his fucking beach, and he just all day and back. I was like, man, wow, what a
When you look at the
God
chapters of
level.
when you look at your chapters of your life, right? Would you say that in terms of environment, the 30A lifeguard, you know, Inlet Beach, Grayton Beach was the peak for your life so far? That's the number first chapter, so to
As
speak.
far as visual beauty and camaraderie, it was incredible. Because
Yeah.
that 30A, there was about 30 guys. and we all
Oh,
had
cool.
each other's number, and we all
Yep.
chipped in to buy a volleyball net. And
Yep.
it's like, hey, you want to play? And maybe 10 would say yes. Sometimes a
Yeah.
little more. I mean, sometimes it'd be big bonfire and shit, but like, let's post up here. Let's post, let's play. And it
Yep.
was just like, man, it was fucking
That was the
incredible.
one.
I
That was the
hate, I hate groups. I hate community, but that was just like, just playing some ball, have a beer, just chill. I was like, this is so easy. And every people would come around. Hot chicks would naturally come around. It was fantastic.
hot chicks would naturally come around. It's true though, because I remember Chase took me to one. It was on Grayton Beach in Northwest Florida, and this was the widest beach, right? It was definitely
It's the
like,
longest beach, yeah.
yeah. And I remember like saying like, "Huh, Grayton, okay, well, let's go down there and see what's up." They brought the trucks on the beach. I'd never seen that before. I'd never seen the cars on the beach. I thought that wasn't allowed, but in Grayton, I guess you could do that, right? Everybody's picked around, little fire going on. There's the net. Bruce and somebody, and little, it's not Cisco. It was one of the other, Rico. Rico, the little dog, was going around. They immediately come in, toss me a beer, and the sun starts to set. Everybody's playing, and you could just feel. You're talking about vibes and aura. That had an aura, man. That whole thing had an aura of correct.
So there
Very
was
good.
in that group of 30, there was probably five or six. I wouldn't say they I never hung out with them, but I saw them so much, like came
You
volleyball
know,
close. They were good volleyball players, and one
yeah,
played guitar and we'd hang out. I just saw them at least once a week for months.
yeah, yeah.
And I was heading to grad school in South Florida. I was filling up at the gas station right next to Shades. I was gone. I was leaving. And I ran,
Mm-hmm.
this guy, I don't even remember his name. He's filling up, middle aged, probably 40s, a
Yeah.
little overweight. Chase, hey, what's up? Oh, you going to grad school? He's like, hey, man, just want to let you know. I was like, I got divorced from the love of my life this summer and custody battle with the kids. And I was like, was teetering. I got anyone to go on anymore. He goes, those volleyball games saved my life. I was like,
Yeah.
wow. I was like,
So
it just smacked. He heard I was going to school for counseling. He's like, he told me, I was like, fuck, man. Like, that's fucking awesome. So it was a hell of a summer.
that I don't know what it is, but I wish you could like give people a prescription for that.
Yeah,
You know, like
man.
you
Yeah.
need a beach, some volleyball, and some friends. Go. I just wrote you the script. Go get it. All right. You know,
Yeah.
like it's a shame that there aren't opportunities for things like that. There's something about the beach that naturally creates things like that. You know, like not quite the same, but like when we were living in Maui, I was just naturally making friends with the neighbors. Like I
That
was
environment, the
naturally.
house was incredible. That place
It
was
was
just
incredible.
magical. It's magical.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
treehouse, man.
It was, and I was seeing the same people on the beach. You start talking to people, and like pretty soon, like it wouldn't take long. It wouldn't
Yeah.
take long before you're just kind of plugged in, you know?
That 5 million, if I ever had it, I would find a place where I'm like, oh, like this, just like existence here is just acceptable. I will
Yep,
always come back to this place. Yes.
yep, yeah. You're right. The Maui place had that, man.
God damn it
It was
did, man.
on the hill. It was perfectly on the
It's
hill, just looking out.
beautiful, man. It's
It was
fucking
so
amazing.
beautiful. It was the most beautiful. God bless that place. We spent all of COVID in Maui, which is
That's where we
not
started
bad.
this podcast and fucking
Yeah. I remember like I remember like at the beginning of COVID, right? I had just escaped China. Like if I had waited one more week, I would have been stuck there the entire time. I came to America, staying with our uncle, and our uncle was like starting to go. He was like, "I'm going to go buy guns and fucking prepare for the apocalypse." And I was just like, "Okay, I shouldn't stay here," you know. Like, and Chase is like, "Come out to Maui," and you found that place. I remember, and I remember I was a little pissed off because you're like, "Yeah, I've already made the decision." And I was like, "You already made the decision? What? You don't want to look around a little?" He's like, "Yeah, I already made the decision," and it was perfect. It was the perfect little spot.
it's
It
fucking
was.
incredible, man. Yeah. You're such a good mood. You get to know all the neighbors, throw parties for the neighbors. It's fantastic, man. Yeah.
Bruce was just down the street.
Yeah, it's great.
Like, all the
That's another
neighbors.
that's another great little song. Yeah, this great way to spend COVID in an area like that.
Dude, I know people who were stuck here in China. Oh my God, thank
Miserable.
God. Oh my
Yeah.
God, couldn't leave your apartment, man.
So was talking to this guy this week. There's a lot of homeless guys I talk to, but some of these guys,
Okay.
some of these guys, they live in the wilderness for years. Like, and I was like, how do you fucking stay alive? You know, like, how do you eat? How do
In
you
Hawaii, I
shit?
could get it. I don't know about New Mexico, man.
Man, they're rough. Like, oh, shower for months. I'm like, oh my God. Like these guys are rough. But I always ask, I'm like, hey man, you out there in the bush? I'm like, hey man, you ever seen anything? You know, like, yeah, man, I see some mountain lions and I've seen a bear. Like, nah, man, you ever seen it? You ever seen it? You know, the
Mhm,
Bigfoot? And the guy's like, yeah,
mhm.
man, I've seen it.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, tell me about it. He's like, yeah, man, I was telling this road. I knew the road and everything. I was like, oh man, how big was it? He's like, 20 feet. And I was like, oh, fucking.
Yeah. 20 feet.
You know,
20
immediately I was
feet.
like, well, he's on crack. It's like 20 feet. At least make it believable. Tell me 8 or 9, but fucking 20. Shut the fuck up, man.
20 feet. Good God.
Yeah, it's disappointing. I was like, 20 feet, huh? Yeah.
You know what, though? I bet they were happy to talk about that. They're like, I'll tell you exactly what I saw.
I was immersed. I wanted to believe in it.
I'm telling you, man. So these homeless guys, homeless Indian guys, how do they survive? What are they eating? What are they drinking? The
They
desert
steal
out there.
steal. It's
Oh,
not
yeah,
hard to
deal.
steal. Yeah, it's pretty brutal, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's a rough life out here. Yeah, I can't.
I'm reading this. So I started reading a new book. Have you ever heard of Blood Meridian?
Oh, with the judge, man. Absolutely.
Have you read it?
Yeah, I've read about half of it.
Oh, man. Like that. It's all in text because it's in Mexico and all that sort of shit. And it just makes you realize, like, this land wants to kill you.
Yep.
Like everything wants to kill you.
How far along are you?
Oh, at the first quarter, like not far. He's
Dude,
just
that
gone off with the
the,
army into Mexico.
the judge goes to the revival and accuses the preacher of being a
At the very
pedophile.
beginning, yeah, that happens.
And
He
then
was lying on the
afterwards, the guy's
goats.
like, "How did you know that?" He's like, "What do you mean? I don't know that, man. You know, it's just he just did it to do it. He
He's
ruined a
fucked
man's
up, man.
life just because he could." But he's like
Yep,
this. What? He's a monster, right? He's kind of like a
huge. He's like a Jokic walking around, and he's albino and all kinds of shit. Yeah.
absolutely terrifying. Yeah, everybody's dying left and right, and everybody's just trying to scam and kill us. But I like novels like that. It's kind of
Why
that's
didn't you finish it?
life. You know, it
Oh, yeah.
happens. Depression, God
Okay.
knows what. Yeah.
I gotta tell you, man, like that. I read pretty steadily history shit, but history shit is, spend maybe
Is that
20 minutes reading it.
McCarthy? Is that the McCarthy guy? Cormac?
Cormac McCarthy.
He's a good writer. That
That's
No
good
Country for Old
text.
Men was a great book. Yeah,
Did you read that?
I did.
I only saw the movie. Oh wow.
It's a bit different, man. He that in the book, Llewellyn, he pins down the guy. He gets him.
Mm.
He's got him dead to rights, and he doesn't kill.
No
Like
shit.
he got him.
Oh, he showed him mercy.
He's yep.
What a fool.
Fool,
Fool. You can't
foolish
have that,
brother.
man.
Yeah, man, you should have killed
Can't
him.
have mercy. Come on now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The but no, uh the history books, right? Like that's like 20 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I have my fill. It's like almost a routine now, like brushing your teeth. Like, yeah, I read a little. You know, that Achilles book, that was 2 straight days of reading. I couldn't stop. Could not put it down.
What?
It was
The
I was
dynamic
total.
between the lovers just sucked you in?
It's not. It's the Trojan War that sucks you in, but you start to really like the. To be honest with you, like the lover story is it's a main plot, but the real story is about fate, you know, and it's the classic Greek thing of like, accept like they always accept their fate, but the idea is how long can you delay it? You know what I mean? Like how long can you delay the
Well,
inevitable?
don't they
That's really what it's about.
defy the gods too, don't they? Can't you? In some circumstances, didn't they defy fate?
Not in Greek, man. They all it's not, and the fate is above the gods. Like that's like those women sewing shit, together and stuff like that. Like even the gods are subject to fate. And you get this feeling of just being a pawn, like just you're a pawn in this greater scheme. And she does see. I always thought that people want it to be like superhero movies, like I want to see Athena and Ajax fighting each other on the field, like Troy, like that sort of shit. But she's way more subtle, like the gods are totally real, but they only make these little flashes, but the flashes are horrifying and terrifying. You know what I mean? So you kind of feel like it's more real. You feel like you're a person and you're like, oh, fuck, Zeus is pissed. Like that sort of feeling.
So really what made it is the fact that she wrote the gods like a
Terrifying.
omnipresent being that it's truly we don't know what this is terrifying. Yeah.
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 It's in the book, right? Like, so Achilles is the son of a king and a sea nymph, right? And the sea nymph, Thetis, that's her name. She's horrifying. She is a fucking creature from the depths who is it like her. She is inhuman and she hates Patroclus. She's like, you are fucking corrupting my son. I don't want you near him. And she's got like horrifying shark teeth and all this sort of stuff. And she's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And like Achilles is like, promise you're not gonna hurt Patroclus. And when I die and stuff. She's no, I'm not promise you shit. You know, like it. She's fucking huge and terrifying, and stuff from the sea, man. Stuff from the sea is not natural. It's basically alien.
If always anything slimy has always been off-putting to me, man. Fish,
Yeah,
all that shit is just like, oh, fuck. It's,
Ian loves slimy. He loves slimy tasting, like slimy foods. I've had some of them. I don't know. Like,
nah,
don't you like the texture? I was like, no,
no, man.
no
No.
slimy for me,
I've
man.
always thought space and the water, going underneath it and going into space is no different to me. It is totally different. Well, right? It's different worlds, essentially.
Gravity don't work the same.
No, yeah, 100%, man. But it's, dude, that open blue in fucking Hawaii. Let's go snorkel. I'm like, I can't handle
Yeah,
it. It's just
yeah.
that dark blue that ascends into nothing and anything can come out of it. I'm like, I can't handle it. Like, because
I was,
shit comes out of it and it's big.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I showed Wu last week? Do you remember that movie Gravity? Sandra Bullock. Remember that movie?
I never, with George Clooney and Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, George
I never
Clooney.
saw it. No.
Ah, it's like it's the most horrifying space movie I've ever
Oh,
seen. It's
dude,
fucking scary.
well, let me tell you, I saw this fact. I had no idea. Dude, if you're standing motionless in space, they had an
Mhm.
astronaut. You cannot gain momentum. You cannot push your arms forward or
Yeah.
kick. You are stuck.
Yep.
Can you imagine that? Just a foot
Yep.
away from your salvation and you just can't get to it.
That's what happens in the movie,
Oh,
except it's the opposite. Like there's a big like something goes wrong, right? And she's sent off just flipping forever and ever and ever, infinitely into space,
no,
And she just
no,
sees like the Earth flying away and away.
no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. And it's fucking horrifying. It's so scary. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's Wuyan loved it. He's like, oh my god, that was edge of your seat shit.
That's
Because
people.
it's so scary.
I want to
Yeah.
go to space. I'm like, not unless
No,
it's
no,
controlled and like a nice,
no,
huge ship with
no,
anti-gravity. I don't want to
no,
do that. No way.
no. No. Speaking of like underwater shit too, like that. Remember that submarine shit where they went down to the Titanic, and they like you remember that the billionaires they go down to see the Titanic and it
The
crushes them.
it was I tried watching a documentary.
Yeah,
The
it's
people that ran
bullshit.
that company's like, look at my PlayStation remote that converted to run it. They're so proud of it. And then it showed the interview, like this little kid, he's like 12 going, he's terrified. He's like, Dad, I don't want to go. I'm scared. Like, oh, you're fine, you'll be safe. Fucking implodes on. Like, can you imagine that?
Oh,
Terrified
God,
out of your mind, you go down, you know it's going bad, and then you just fucking you're crushed.
I
It was so sad.
never,
I would never.
never,
Why would you take your kid on
never.
that shit? Why? That's not kid. No kid wants to go on that.
You're being cool. You think you're
No,
being
that's
cool
not
dad.
cool. The dad wanted to go. The kid had. The kid did not. No.
He's a rich dad. Gets to show that off to the
He was a
divorced mom.
divorced dad. Yeah, he was a
Yeah,
divorced
yep,
dad.
yeah.
Yeah, look
That's
what I
what
did with
happened.
our son. What did you do with him? I killed him.
Yeah, we see
Yeah.
what they did. Oh my God.
Jesus, that was
You can never.
horrible.
No.
I can't imagine why would anybody pay for that? Let's go look at the Titanic in a fucking coffin with a window.
I,
No.
I like the ocean. Like I was snorkeling a lot in Hawaii. Like I liked it. But the moment you couldn't see the bottom, the moment it was the endless blue beneath you, there was terror. Just terror that would see like very primal, deep in my DNA terror that told me you need to leave immediately.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
not our element. That's look, ocean lifeguard for a summer. I had a run in with the shark. I was terrified. And the whole summer I had to get over it. I was out in the water and I did. I was like, man,
Yeah.
that's few and far between. They leave you the fuck alone. But I was
Yeah.
sitting waiting on a wave, kicking my legs. And I
Yeah.
remember just happened to glance back at the shore to check my positioning, and a massive shadow was coming from the shore. And I pulled my legs up just in time, and there was a huge bull shark that started circling me. And I was like, that
Oh,
fucker came from the shore. Like I was left and right out. It was 4 feet of water. And I was like, man, you never know.
yeah.
The ocean absolutely terrifies me, man.
What did the ocean teach you? You know what I mean? Like you were out there living with it every day. You know, you had to develop a kind of relationship with it. You know,
It is
what were some of the lessons that it taught you? You know,
I am convinced the ocean is conscious. I
mm,
believe it is alive. And the closest I came to that was a day, it was red flag day, which means you can't get in the water. And we were, as lifeguards, we were trying to break the wave break. The waves were too big. We couldn't get past it on the rescue board. We were just kind of like, nobody can do it. I thought I saw a seam. I was like, I think I
right.
can break through. And I hit it hard and I broke through that seam and I got past it. And I remember like pumping my fist to the shore. And I remember I could see the shore. And then the waves were so big I couldn't see the shore. And I was like, oh, fuck, what did I do? This is a novice fucking kid that's lived inland. I'm like, oh, I got to get back in. And
Yeah,
I don't have a leash. I can
yeah,
hold on to the board. So I tried to get back in and I got thrown off and I held onto the board and I came up and another wave came and I clinched on for all my life and it ripped it from me, man. And I was technically drowning and I was trying to swim to the surface and I reached up and I hit sand and I was like, "Oh, I'm swimming the wrong way."
yeah,
I'm swimming the
yeah.
wrong. I didn't
Just
know.
going
I was
into it.
swimming
Yeah.
down. And so I immediately shot back. I barely got to the surface, got hit, and I remember seeing the shore. And like they're trying to come, like they can see, like, oh, Chase is fucked. Like they're trying to come in and they can't get to me.
Oh
And I was
man.
swimming and swimming, and somehow I started spinning, like in
Oh
multiple like
God.
somersaults, and it just spit me out on shore. I got lucky. And they pulled me up. I walked and I was sitting in my chair. They're like, damn, bro, you got lucky. You got lucky. You got lucky. And I was
Lucky.
sitting
You got spared. That's what happened.
I got spared and I just had this, I don't know what it was. I mean, you're lucky to be alive. And I'm staring at this water, at this massive these waves. And in my head, at least I heard was just this subtle chuckling, like it was a laughing. And it was
Mm,
like, bro, don't respect me. Do not
mm,
fuck with me. Like understand that I can kill. Like I was like, I will never disrespect you again. Ever.
yeah. Yeah.
Ever, man. Like it showed mercy. It was like, he's from Alabama, leave him alone. But like, God damn, dude, it
People
showed
talk
mercy.
about like spiritual shit. I think that's spiritual shit. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
that's got to be like that interaction is probably the everyday interaction of like a person 1,000 years ago living on the ocean. You
And
know what I mean?
and I
It would
said
have to happen.
when we were tripping balls, like shrooms, when everybody came down
Sure.
and we were
Sure.
tripping and it was on the beach, it was a gentle day. We went to the
Yeah.
beach in the evening and the waves were just barely hitting the shore and I'm tripping hard. And I remember the wave would barely grace my foot. And I remember it distinctly saying, hey, thank you for being the protector of this area for me.
All
Like
right.
it was gently like, hey, I understand your
Yeah.
role. I understand why you're here. And I was like, no, it was it could all be in my head. But to me, it was
No, no, no.
very alive. It was very conscious.
It's
Very
funny you
conscious.
bring that up because so the in that book I was reading, the big thing with Achilles is his speed. That's the thing. They're always like he could move like nobody else. It's this insane speed. Like at any time, like when he's a young man, he goes like to all these different teachers and stuff, and they all say, "I can't teach you anything. You're the best I've ever seen." You know what I mean? And he, I was trying to. They talked about the movement that he had, like while he was fighting and stuff. It was really beautifully written and stuff. And I was trying to think of like examples of this. And you know what I thought of? It's so funny. Like I was thinking of us on shrooms in Maui, and you with Bruce's little dog Cisco. I always remember this. We were on the beach, and you two started playing on the beach, and it was the most perfectly rhythmic play I had ever seen.
We're tripping?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And I remember just like you and Cisco, it was like yin and yang. It was pure flow. You guys were playing, you were running, he was running, you were just going side to side and zigzagging and stuff like that. And it was perfect synchronization of movement. I remember seeing it and being like, oh my God, I'm watching a perfect interaction. These two creatures, they understand each other perfectly in this moment. They are playing absolutely perfectly, you know? And I thought of that. I thought of that exact moment from the shroom shrimp on the beach with
No
you and
shit.
Cisco.
It's
I, rem- I,
beautiful, man.
I
Beautiful.
remember it was perfect. You were in perfect sync with that dog. That dog locked into Chase. It was perfectly like I know exactly how to interact with Chase. It was great. It was
It's
really beautiful.
it's interesting because Bruce is such a dog guy. He
Yeah.
he just whatever his dog is, that dog has the greatest life ever. Dog goes everywhere with him. But with his first dog, I met his first dog later on. That first dog, nobody's allowed to pet that dog except him. That's just the dog so
Rico,
bonded to him. Yes. I met,
Chihuahua.
yeah. Now I met Cisco when he was 3 or 4 months old, and he was just a pup. And I lived with
Yeah.
him for 6 months, so I was there for about a year. He bonded with Bruce and me. So there's two people that get to pet him. That's it. Me and Bruce. So I'm his brother. He knows
Yeah.
every time he sees me, he remembers. So that's kind of cool. It's just nobody.
Yeah.
He doesn't let anyone pet him, but we were boys, man. Yeah,
This dog was so imagine like a little dog, but very athletic. Athletic, like a dog that lived to play.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I could see the dog was kind of like Achilles to me. It was moving totally in sync, totally perfectly, and it was good, man. It was good. God bless that dog and
I
that cat too. Good cat.
the, I got a memory with Cisco. We climbed this mountain in West Maui. We took Cisco. It took us many attempts to finally summit. And the last
Yeah.
summit, there's a part where there's a rope, and you have to climb this rope to
Oh,
to get to the
fuck.
peak. And I remember Bruce went, and I was going, and I turned to my side, and there that dog is, and that dog is
Trying to
just
climb.
no, it did. It climbed. I watched the dog
What?
climb the side. Yes, it was
Ow.
mud, like mud. Like mud kind of it's super, but it fucking did it, man. It's incredible.
Damn.
Yeah.
That dog was special, man. Very special.
This you got me reminiscing on beautiful beaches, man. That there's something special about that. Yeah, the mountains are great, but I don't
Hmm.
like the wind and the cold and the shit. Like I'll take a beautiful beach any day over a mountain, I think. But
Yeah, man.
yeah.
I think that see that's the thing. There by the ocean on the coast, there's like the most magical places ever. I think that William really wants to go back to Hawaii. He really liked it a lot. But I think the most magical place is Chase took us to a pool.
Oh
Remember the
yeah.
pool you
It's
took us
awesome.
to?
Secret pool, yeah.
The secret pool, dude. This was so cool. It was like it was the clearest, cleanest water, really hidden in the lava rock. Like, you had to know where that shit was.
Fresh water.
Uh, Fresh water, and it was cool on the hot day. There was just a few little fish in there that were like they made their home in there, and it was amazing. I think that really was like one of the top beautiful places he's ever seen in his
That
life.
was his top experience from that island.
He loved a lot. He wants to go back desperately, but yeah, he I think that pool was totally blew his mind. You know what I
Fucking
mean?
amazing, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
really, really cool. The coast is where you want to be, and you are not by the coast, Chase.
Well,
You're in the desert.
we are, but it's cliffs, and there is a beach, which is a nice beach by us. But you got to walk.
No,
You
I'm
got.
talking about in New Mexico, homie.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's it. Is anybody in the house now, or is it empty?
Nobody's out there.
You can think of a certain dog loving person who should be out there
He's
in
aware.
this.
He's aware. I'm like, brother, it's
Okay.
open whenever you need to go, man. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, Chase, that's an hour, man. We did a solid hour without the benefit of topics. We just went. We
We had
just
a couple
flowed.
topics. We had a couple. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for listening to the Divine Brothers podcast. We'll be seeing you next time.